So welcome back. We're going to be starting with self-portraits. Self-portraits are pictures of ourselves. So during this project, we're going to talk about the facial proportions and where we put the pieces of our face. We're also going to make this beautiful frame. When we talk about the proportion of the face, we're also going to talk about balance and symmetry. Symmetry is being the same on both sides. So if you were to draw a line down the center of your face, you would see that one side of your face mirrors the other side of your face. So the first thing you're going to get is a white paper, a big oval tracer, and this lovely handout that I've made for you. It's 7 pages of fabulous how to draw the parts of the face. In this pamphlet, you'll find different types of eyes and nose, where everything goes, different types of mouths, whether you want no teeth or teeth showing. Also, different types of hairstyles to help you along. So after we've got our name on the paper, we're gonna go ahead and trace this big oval. And you're gonna draw your self-portrait inside of this big oval. Now we're not drawing the whole body, we are drawing what we call the bust. It's from your shoulders to the top of your head. Just to make sure that everybody's making theirs nice and big, so we've got our proportions the right way, you've got another tracer. The T is for top. That's the top of your head. So you don't want to put this all the way at the top of the paper because we are going to put a frame on it. Try to keep it somewhere towards the middle. All right, so now that we're all set up, we're going to look at our pamphlet. And notice there is a line of symmetry down the middle, and there is one horizontally as well. Your eyes sit on that horizontal line. So I always say draw light until you've got it right. And for this, I really can't say that enough because we're going to be erasing these guidelines. So we're going to draw a vertical up and down guideline. Now it's really, really light. And then we're going to find about the middle and do one horizontally side to side. So this is the line where your eyes will go. Now we need to divide this in half one more time to get the bottom of the nose, and then one more time to get where the lips go. So now if we look at our handout, we can see, so I've got my vertical line, my horizontal line in the middle, and then the spaces for the bottom of the nose and the lips. We're going to take a second to draw the hairline, and I know that this sounds totally weird. The hair does not go at the very top of the head. The hair actually starts in the middle of the forehead. We always forget to leave room for our brain. So back on my paper, I'm going to draw another line that goes slightly above where the eye line is and curves around to the other side, kind of like a rainbow curve. So on your handout, you've got a bunch of different eyes to pick from. You don't need to use these eyes. This is just a good example. So I'm going to use these over here. The start of my eye goes at the top of the line. The bottom of my eye goes below the line. And then I can fill in the pupil and the part that's colored. Now, we don't draw the whole circle, we only draw a piece of the circle because your eyelid is technically covering some of that circle. You can draw the eyelid by drawing a second line at the top. Then you can go ahead and add some eyelashes. Now, boys and girls have eyelashes. Girls might be a little longer or a little more curly or curved, but everybody has eyelashes. Then try to make the other one match. Now we're going to put some eyebrows. So eyebrows can be really simple. They start from one corner of your eye and kind of jump over to the other one. So I like to start with a curve that follows the shape of my eye and then kind of come up, and my eyebrows are kind of long. Once you're done drawing the eyes, you can get rid of your guidelines. Now onto the nose. The nose bottom falls right on this second horizontal line. So the nose is going to start up by the crease of the eye, and you're just going to come down, and there's your nose. Then again, you can get rid of the guideline. Now the mouth. I don't like my teeth showing when I draw my self-portraits, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick a pretty simple mouth, nothing too crazy. So the center line of your mouth, where your lips part, are on this line. So then you've got to draw the upper lip, the middle, and then the bottom lip. If you flip the page again, there's lots of different hairstyles to choose from. Now remember that this curved line right here is where your hair should begin. I'm going to do this hair, but I'm going to move my part over to the center because my hair doesn't split in the middle. It kind of is off to the side. So to do that, I'm going to look where my center line is and kind of go a little bit to the right of it, and then I'll do the lines that cross through my face. Now that's just the front. I've got to do the top too, so I'm going to use this line as well and kind of follow that line and come all the way down because my hair's really long. Now my neck. My neck is simply a gentle curved line. Now it's kind of hiding behind this one, so I'm only going to draw a little piece. And then I can draw the collar of my shirt and my shoulders, if you can see them past your hair. My hair is sitting over my shoulders, and you can see my shoulders. They're going to come out right here. But because my hair is so long, you won't see very much of that. Other people's will be. Now we have to clean up some of our guidelines, some things that aren't really necessary anymore. So I'm going to get rid of a piece of my head outline, the hairline that I came down further. You want to keep most of your important details a good 2 fingers from the edge, just because we are going to put a frame on it and you're going to hide some of it. Now, if you have any different markings on your face, like maybe you have a freckle or maybe you have glasses, go ahead and draw those too. So I put my glasses on because I've been wearing my glasses a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and trace everything in Sharpie. Now, don't color anything in Sharpie. Don't color your eyebrows. Don't color anything. You are simply going over what you've already done. You do not need to trace the very outside because, again, we're going to cover that up with a frame. Okay, so now that everything is traced in Sharpie, you're going to get some multicultural color pencils, which are basically skin color pencils. You want to try to pick the one that matches your skin color the best. So you want to make sure that you're coloring nicely, neatly, all in the same direction. So I just finished coloring my neck, but I noticed, and some people ask, can I do pink for my lips? Well, you can, but most people's lips are not actually like super pink. So we could just make it a little bit brighter than our skin color using these color sticks, which is what we'll use to color our shirt and the background. So once you've got your skin colored, then you can do your hair and your eyes and your eyebrow. Now, I want you to pay attention. Your eyebrows should be the same color as your hair. So whatever color you use for your hair, you use that for your eyebrows too. So we all know that Mrs. G has kind of some crazy hair. So what I'm gonna do is color the top of my hair the color that it normally is or should be, and then at the bottom it's still pretty blue. If you compare it to last year's self-portrait, most of my hair was blue last year. Okay, so now that I've got my hair colored, I'm gonna go ahead and color my eyes. But we need to talk about this for a second because you don't color the whole eyeball. You just color the part around your pupil, not the whole eyeball. So find the color that works for your eyes. If you don't know exactly what color your eyes are, turn to your neighbor, ask them what color your eyes are, and go ahead and color in just that second circle, leave the whites of your eyes. Now use the color sticks to finish coloring in your shirt, any other details that you have, and your background. For the background, I like to just take a small color stick that I can find and use the side like this. You don't have to stay in the oval either because we're gonna cut it out. So just go ahead and give yourself a background. You can use more than one color, that's perfectly fine. So there's my self-portrait pretty much done. We're gonna put this aside and go ahead and work on the frame now. This is the tracer for the frame, and we're gonna make it look like wood, so we're gonna be using brown paper. So first we're gonna fold this hamburger, so the way that looks like a book. And then hamburger again. Give it nice creases. Now, you want to hold it so that the two folded sides are at the bottom, and then the one big folded side is to the left, so that it opens like a book. You should have all of the open sides at the top and the right. We're going to put our tracer so that the two edges touch the edge of the paper. Now, this is super, 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 super important because we're only cutting out 1/4 of the frame, and when we open this folded paper up, we'll have the whole frame. So you're going to use a pencil, but I'll use a Sharpie to just trace the inside line, and keeping it nice and tight, hold and trace the outside line. Whoops. There we go. I did not trace the edges. That's what I've got. So now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to keep it closed, and I'm going to cut all the papers together. Cut right where I traced. And then again, the inside. I'm not cutting off the folds. Kind of like when you cut snowflakes, that you don't cut the whole fold off because that's what holds it together. Same thing here. All right, so we'll put those pieces aside. And here is our frame. Open it up gently, and there you have it. A whole frame that fits perfectly on your self-portrait. So I want you to take your frame and put your frame on your picture so you can see how it's going to look and make sure that it fits. Then we'll glue it down. So I know it fits. My glue is breathing. I'm going to pick up the bottom, just a dot, not a lot, and I'm going to glue it down where I want it. Then I can kind of play with it and tilt it and make sure that it's going to sit flat. So once I've got the bottom glued, then I can pick up the corner, put a little dot of glue, and smooth it out so it sits flat. Hold it for a couple of seconds, turn the paper, press it down so that it sits flat, pick it up, and press it down so that it sits flat. You want to make sure that you hold it on there. Now once it's dry, we're going to cut right around the edge of the frame. Once it's dry, you can go ahead and cut it out.